Hello guys, good afternoon. This is Teacher Seppi. Okay, I have here reviewer for science. So let's start. Mitosis is a cellular division taking place in A. Organ cells, B. Body cells, C. Sex cells, D. Tissues or bones, letter E. Okay, so the answer here is letter B, which is body cells. Mitosis is one of the two cellular divisions, and this is taking place in the body cells, or other name for the body cells are what they call somatic cells. Okay, so the answer here is letter B. Next one, meiosis is a cellular division taking place in A. Organ cells, B. Body cells, sex cells, letter C. Tissues, letter D, and letter E. Bones. Okay, so meiosis is a cellular division, is the second cellular division, and it is taking place in the sex cells or gamete cells. Okay, sex cells, gamete cells, or reproductive cells. Okay, those are the three names. Okay, there you go. Next one, mitosis is a cellular division taking place in A. Okay, again here, organ cells, somatic cells, sex cells, tissues, bones. Okay, it's somatic cells. Okay, as I've said, mitosis is the body cells. Cell division in the body cells or somatic cells. 64, meiosis is a cellular division that is taking place in A. Organ cells, body cells, gamete cells. Okay, this one is gamete cells. Kasi, as I've said, sex cells, gamete cells, or reproductive cells. Okay, so there you go. How many chromosomes does each meiosis daughter cells have? Okay, meiosis undergoes two cellular divisions. Okay, so in the first cellular division, meiosis have haploid cells, diploid daughter cells, and there are only two. In the second, and these two daughter cells will undergo second meiotic cell division, and that will produce two daughter cells each, and the total has is four. And then each of these four daughter cells has haploid number of chromosomes, or just 23 chromosomes. Okay, so as you can see here, we have 23 chromosomes, which is letter B. 23 pairs of chromosome, this is mitosis. Okay, because 23 pairs means 2. So 23 times 2 is equal to 46. Okay, 46 is the normal number of chromosome. Why 23 for each of these daughter cells of meiosis? Like sperm cell and the egg cells, why do they have only 23 chromosomes each? It is because when these two gamete cells, the sperm and the egg cells, meet together, and the sperm cell fertilizes the egg cell, and when it becomes an embryo, the chromosomes, the 23 chromosomes of each will be added, and that becomes 46. Okay, so what do you think will happen if each of them has 46? So it will have 92 number of chromosomes, and that's really abnormal. Okay, so there you go. Next one, how many chromosomes does each mitosis daughter cells have? Okay, mitosis have diploid daughter cells. That means they have 46 chromosomes, or 23 pairs of chromosomes. Okay, 23 pairs of chromosomes. Next one, how many stages of cellular division does mitosis undergo? So mitosis cellular division has only one cellular division. It only It only divides once. Okay, because meiosis divides two. Okay, there we go. Next one, what is the language being used in binomial nomenclature? Binomial nomenclature, this is the taxonomy, or the classification and naming, or naming of the species. We have the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species, and we use the genus and the species names, right, to name a specific species. And then this genus and species, actually, we use the Latin language. Okay, Latin language. This is Old Italian, so letter E. Next one, it is a symbiotic relationship or relation wherein the two organisms benefit from each other. So they benefit from each other. The two organisms benefit from each other. That's mutualism. Okay, commensalism, one benefits and the other one is not. Okay, but the one which does not benefit is not also being harmed. That's commensalism. Parasitism, one is benefiting, the other one is being benefited, and the one, or the host, we call it. In parasitism, we have the host and the parasite. The parasite benefits from the host, and the host is being harmed by the parasite. Okay? Competition, this is like different organisms, what's this? Taking in the same minerals and nutrients, like shall we say weeds and stuff, okay? Predation, we have the prey and the predator. Okay, one is being harmed and one is benefiting. Predation, the predator is the one that eats the prey. Okay, and prey is the animal that is being eaten. Okay, so which of the following symbiotic relationship is considered parasitic? When I say parasitic, that means one is being harmed and the other one is benefiting. Okay, so tick feeding on the dog. Okay, so this one. Okay, bees transporting pollen from the flowers. No, it's not. Pilot fish swimming under the sharks? No, they're not, because this is commensalism. Letter D, birds eating the insects from the back of the hippopotamus. That is commensalism also. Yeah, so it's letter A, ticks feeding on a dog. Ants and acacia trees have a mutualistic relationship because they benefit from each other, or they are part of the same ecosystem, or they are both adapted to humid climate, or the ants eat part of the acacia tree. So they benefit from each other. That's letter A, which is they benefit from each other. Next one, which type of relationship is mutualism? Mutualism, one species benefits and the other is not affected at all. So this is commensalism. Both species involved benefit from the relationship. Okay, so this is mutualism. One species benefit and the other one is harmed. So this is parasitism or predation, and both species harm each other. So it's not. So it's letter B. Both species. This is mutualism. Next one, the bird living. A bird living in a tree. I'm sorry. This is in a tree. Is an example of. Okay, commensalism. It is because the tree is not benefiting from the bird, but the bird is benefiting from the tree. Okay, so which of the following is a symbiotic wherein one partner benefits and the other does not benefit or lose from the relationship? So this is commensalism. Okay, one is benefiting and the other one is not. Okay, there we go. Next one. Which of the following is a symbiotic relationship where both partners benefit? Both partners benefit, so that's mutualism. Okay, so 76. Which of the following is a symbiotic relationship where one partner benefits and the other is harmed? This is parasitism. Okay, so parasitism. Next one, grass is eaten by a prairie dog. The prairie dog is eaten by a coyote. This is an example of a food chain. Okay, food chain. Food chain kasi may producer tayo, may herbivore or first order consumer, and the second order consumer. Okay, so this is like food chain. 78, a bird eats a worm. Which is the predator? Of course, is the bird. Worm is the prey. Okay, the answer here is letter B. Next, what do several different population living together make? So populations make a community. Okay, so community. Biosphere is the biggest of the hierarchical organization. Number 80, which is an example of a biotic element changing an area. Okay, introducing a new type of grass, water flooding the area, or two species of bird competing, and algae growing on a crabgrass. Okay, let's say a biotic element. This is non-living thing. So water flooding the area, that's the abiotic. A, C, and D are biotic. Okay. Next, grass that gains energy from the sun is an example of producer. Okay, decomposer is the one like bacteria and what more? Bacteria and decomposers are bacteria and I think what? Yeah. Anyway, so it is the producer. Okay, next one. In a food web, arrows point in just one direction because they show which animal is bigger, which animals are related, or how energy goes to the animal that is eating, and how energy goes to the animal that is eaten. So it's letter C. Okay, the energy flow. Okay, to the animal that is eating. Next, two members of the same species fight over who gets a certain food. Members of different species try to take over a certain nesting area. These are both examples of competition. Okay, two members of the same species fight over who gets a certain food. That's competition. Next one. If scientists are studying the egrets, herons, marsh crabs, and cordgrass, but not the water or rock in a salt marsh, what level organization would they be studying? Individual organism, population, community, ecosystem. Okay, so this is just community because this is just group of population. If there is like ecosystem that already involves the biotic and abiotic factors. Coyotes prey on prairie dogs. In order for the prairie dog population to survive, how many prairie dogs are needed compared to coyotes? So prairie dog must be more than many more prairie dogs than coyotes. So it's letter B, okay? Because if the coyotes are smaller in number compared to, bigger in number compared to prairie dogs, that means coyotes will die. When there is a lot of pollution, rain can be acidic, harmful, harming plants and animals. What is this example of? Competition between a population or community, or a mutualistic type of symbiosis, a biotic factor affecting the ecosystem, or individual affecting community. Okay, so it's letter C. It's a biotic factor because it's a rain and this non-living thing factor. Okay, a biotic factor affecting the ecosystem or an ecosystem. What effect does biodiversity have on a community? Okay, what is the importance of biodiversity? In other words, it makes destruction by insects impossible, or it makes primary succession more likely. It enables species to survive in a desert. It enables a community to withstand changes. So it's letter D. Okay, number 88. The speed of the water is an important abiotic factor in a freshwater ecosystem because a tributary has different plants than river. B, a faster water has a higher salt content. No? Animals must adapt so they are not washed away, or animals cannot live in a fast-moving water. So it's letter D. Okay, there must be like slow flow of water because animals, especially those who are not adapted into fast-moving water, they will just die. Next one. What word describes the mammals, fish, birds, and plants that live in an environment? Abiotic, the population, biosphere, or biotic? Okay, so they're just like biotic. Okay. Okay, next one. A community is several species of animals interacting, while a population is the member of one species in an area. Correct. Members of one species, population, a group of the same species. That's population. Letter A. Next one, the 5 levels of organization in the environment from first to 5th level are organism, population, biosphere, ecosystem. No, it's not, because biosphere must be the last. Organism, population, biotic elements, abiotic elements, community. No, organism, population, community, ecosystem, biosphere. So it's letter C. Okay, so this is the from lowest to highest. Biosphere must always be the last because this is the biggest, or the sphere, or the region of the earth where life thrives. Next one, which of the following is abiotic? A gar, an alligator, a grass, or water? So it's water. Organisms that can make their own food from sunlight are called producers. Yeah, producers. Anyway, grass is eaten by a prairie dog. Oh, I think this one is repeated. I'm sorry. And a prairie dog is eaten by a coyote. This is an example of a food chain. Okay, one foot with the web arrows a prairie dog to the coyote, showing that one food web arrow goes from prairie dog to coyote. So that means coyote is bigger, or the coyote eats the prairie dog. Yeah, coyotes ate prairie dogs. Without wolves, Yellowstone Park had too many elk, too much grass, too many rabbits, and too many cows. Elks. Next one, the largest population an environment can support is its... The largest population an environment can support is its carrying capacity. Okay? Next one type of the competition involves individuals competing for resources. The other involves competing between different population. Oh yeah, because the same species, that's two organisms from the same species can compete, and also two different species can compete, so different populations. Okay, young wasps are eating the tomato hornworm, that is their hosts. So what is this example of? Parasitism, of course. Next one, a bird eats the worm. Who is the predator? Of course, the bird. Okay, so until here lang muna. I'll be going to post the other parts after this. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope this one helps you guys. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe and share and tick the bell button for the notification of my future videos po. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to share this video. Salamat. God bless po. Good luck.